Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Impressionable, an Alan production, with your hosts, Alan, Hunter, and Raven. This week, the trio speak of the times when we can feel the most vulnerable. It's time for masturbation horrors, so prepare thy toys and enjoy the show.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Impressionable, the podcast where we can never stay on topic because Nick loves blabbering about his stupid military life. I'm of
Hey,
course
one of those
joined
people,
by
man.
Alan.
I've actually
Shut
got
up, Nick.
very
I am
funny
doing the
short-
friggin'
okay.
intro, bro. Okay. I'm of course joined by Alan and Nick, like I am every episode. So, Alan, how's it going, bro?
Bad. Terrible.
Oh, yeah?
Awful.
Why's that? Why's that?
Dude, I freaking hate physics. Do you know how many formulas we were expected to memorize for our last test?
A lot?
82.
At least two.
82.
82?
Yes, 82 formulas.
Bullshit.
None of them are on the equation sheet. Actually, no, I take that back. 2 of them are on the equation sheet. I'm dead serious.
Oh, so just 80.
Yeah, 80. Yeah, so much better.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're living life. How about you, Nick?
Well, I had a very interesting encounter.
Yeah, I don't care.
Loud,
Anyway,
though.
this week's topic is about the horrors you or someone you know has faced. This week's topic is about
sergeant
the
came in
horrors.
and broke the
you-
rule. Save me.
What? Okay, I'm now interested. Go ahead.
Okay. So,
Damn.
I literally just gotten off work, right? Like,
Right.
just gotten off.
Okay.
I hear someone banging on my door. I'm like, I don't want to answer it. It's something. I'm off the clock. I'm not in uniform. I just got changed as civilians, right? So I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
want to worry about it. The knocking gets louder, more frequent. I'm like, okay, I probably have to answer the door now. It's some fucking specialist. He's at the door. He's like, hey, I need you to get everyone else on your floor and you to clean. And he just wants me to clean, right? And I'm like, fuck you, I don't want to clean. So I texted my group chat with all the other, everyone else that's in my squad. And I'm just like, hey, if CQ tells me I have to clean my barracks, not my barracks, like my barracks room, I can understand because I live there, right? But like, everything else that's like, not my fault. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, do I have to? And then I got such a mix from everyone's like, technically yes, but you could also just lock your door and just never answer it again. So I'm over here like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do the good thing. I'm just gonna go out there and clean, right? So I'm out there. I'm like, I'm just cleaning. And all of a sudden, I live on the 3rd floor, right? On the 1st floor, I hear someone come in, just screaming their head off, yelling. And I'm like, man, what's happening? I'm just like kind of confused, right? And then I hear the yelling come up the stairs, and all I hear is, Martin! I'm like, oh no, what did I do? I'm like, I'm cleaning, I promise I am. And it's my section sergeant, my platoon sergeant. He's looking to find me. I finally find him, and he's just yelling, Martin, get your ass downstairs right now. The commander has been waiting for 20 minutes to speak with you. Get the fuck down there. Why are you out of uniform? He just starts yelling at me, right? And I'm over here thinking, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm just so confused, because I'm like, what do you mean the commander's waiting on me? I'm like, I'm talking to the commander? I'm like so confused. And then he just yells at me. He's like, go get changed. And he's like, no, we don't have time. Just grab your ID, get your shit, get downstairs right fucking now. And like, and everyone, there was like 20 guys on my floor cleaning. Everything just stops. Everyone's just looking at me getting yelled at. And I'm just walking down the hall. And everyone's like making a path for me and my sergeant. And all I hear them whispering, sorry, dude. And we get down the stairs. I go outside. I'm like, am I about to get crucified? Like, what did I do? Because I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I didn't do anything. I haven't done anything wrong. And my sergeant, we get to his car. He looks at me and he goes, dude, that was scary, man. I was like, man, you think they bought it? I'm like, what the fuck you talking about, sergeant? And he goes, oh, I just mailed it out because you got to clean him. And I'm like, what?
You're kidding.
I'm like, you're serious? And he goes, yeah. I was like, I had to make it believable. Do you think it was believable? I'm like, Sergeant, I'm shitting bricks because I thought I did something and I was about to get like Article 15. And dude, he just looks at me and starts laughing. And he goes, "Hey, bro, just go to someone else's room, chill for like an hour, then go back to your room, lock the door, and don't answer it." I'm like, "Yes, Sergeant." And he just goes, "All right, see you tomorrow, Martin." And then just drives away. And I'm just so dumbfounded. Like, I just got yelled at in front of everyone, in front of the NCOs that's on CQ as well. Like, nobody, like, I just, the furthest thing from my mind was, he's getting me out of this. That was not crossing my mind at all. And like, I'm just still dumbfounded. Like, that happened. So I went to my team leader's room to go chill out there for a minute, and I told him the story, and he looks at me and goes, "I love our new sergeant. He's amazing." Because he's literally like, this is his second week on the job here, and he's doing this. Like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I love him. He's great. He just got me out of cleaning.
Man, I'm so glad you also proved that you're just blabbering about your military life.
Yeah, thank you for proving Hunter's point.
Th- Thanks, bro.
Fuck you.
So, this week's topic.
Hey, I've got more small
Okay.
talk if you want to postpone it even more.
Go for it, Alan.
A famous dude taught my trombone studio class today.
Ooh, who cares about trombones?
Was it Leonardo DiCaprio?
No. It's
Okay,
it was Robert Linton. He writes
You know-
music in Hollywood for movies and video games. So that was pretty cool.
No, you know what? Drop the comment down below if you think trombones are cool. If you think it's cool, you're a nerd. Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
All right, let's continue.
All right, continue.
All
let's
right.
continue the topic.
So,
No, wait, maybe
this
Nick has
week's-
one more military story.
I mean, I did almost get run over today by a strike.
We don't care.
My gosh.
We don't care. No, shut up, Nick. So,
Okay.
this week's topic, Nick, you're gonna love this one because I'm sure you have
Uh,
all kinds of stories about this. Okay,
I have a feeling it's not gonna be a topic I like.
it is the horrors, not horrors, but horrors you or someone you know has faced while masturbating. Okay,
God damn it.
this can include you know, pathetically sitting alone in your room, winking your little tic tac, by yourself, you know,
Uh-huh.
or somebody, you know, wanking it or gorging it for you,
Mm-hmm.
you know. If you catch my drift, you know, like I said, it doesn't have to be a personal experience, you know. Um, you'll probably get awarded a little bit more higher points if it is a personal experience.
What if it's story from I wasn't part of it, but someone else masturbating and they told me the story.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
it doesn't
parent
have to
also
just
told me
be.
the story.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just your personal experience. It could be an experience of someone you know, like a friend,
All right, I've got my story.
ex-lover, roommate.
Also, are we if we make a title for each one, do I get extra points?
It depends on how well the title is.
Like fits with the story or just the title in general?
Fits with the story.
Okay, I've got one.
Are you okay with Nick going first, Alan?
Yeah.
All right.
This is clarity. This is not me, but one of my best friends who went through this. The title of this is called Kung Fu.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you say kung fu?
Kung Fu with a question mark at the end.
All right. All right. Before I award any points for that, I
Uh-huh.
want you to elaborate, like by telling the story. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so, and funny enough, the story was not told by one of my best friends, but his dad. I remember this being told the story. It was like probably around middle school, I'm not gonna lie. I think we were
His
going
dad.
yeah, his dad told me the story.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That'll
yeah,
work some point.
Yeah. And we're on the back of his truck. I think he was driving us to go see the Blue Angels, like the air show. And for some reason, this got brought up as small talk. I don't know how the fuck it did, but it did. And he just talks to me. He's like, yeah. Also, by the way, I'm gonna name drop. This is.
Wow. I guess.
Wow.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. All
Nobody
right.
watches this shit anyways. It's fine. Okay.
So
So
that's a point
his
for having balls, I guess.
and then his dad is like, yeah. So, and this is when he was dating like at the time, and he opens up the door. I guess Sebastian forgot to lock that door. He opens it open, and he says he just saw his own son, tablet in one hand, and he could clearly see there's a girl fingering herself on there. He was doing FaceTime sex, and then what he legitimately described it as this, that he had a kung fu grip on his dick. Like he said, he saw him like it looked like if he was going to squeeze any harder, it was going to pop. Like he said, he saw the veins. He said he thought it turned colors.
He looked long enough to
And-
notice this?
Like, did he examine it? Like,
I don't know. That's the thing. Is like I didn't really want to ask questions because at first I'm like, why am I being told this story? I'm like, what? Like, I'm like 13 or 12 at the time.
so did like stop jacking off when his dad walked in, or did he just keep going?
I'm pretty sure. I think actually, he was like mid-stroke. He's like looking like, "Dad, get out!" And then his dad closes the door, and he continues.
And you mentioned who the girl was, right?
Yep, it was.
All right, all right, all right. That's
Man.
And you know,
wow.
it's not a very long or in-depth or in-detail story because I don't really. There's not really much to be said. It's kind of just is what it is, you know.
Yeah, having your dad walk in on you sexting.
Yeah, to like the fullest extent, pretty much.
Wow.
And apparently
That's
he was choking out the Willer. He was choking it good.
that's a nightmare scenario.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right.
what I get for that story?
You'll know at the end.
Uh uh.
I'm writing this down.
Okay,
Cool.
Yeah,
totally fair, right?
yeah.
Fair.
It is fair. I will say there's no biasness
Okay.
here.
Okay, I'm glad that all three of us are equally fair judges. All right, Alan.
Okay, question for future stories. Does it have to be somebody that we know?
No, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
So just any story.
Okay.
So, yeah, so like I said, you'll probably get awarded more points if it's you. I'll even award even more, like, or not even more points if it. I'll award. Here's how the points are going to work, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a personal story, then that's where you'll get the most points. If it's someone you know, you'll get, more points than just a random story, depending on how good the story is, of course. So Alan's story better be good, otherwise,
Okay. So I've got no stories about me. I have one story that involves somebody that I know, so that's going to be the story that I tell now. This story is called We're Watching Five Nights at Freddy's.
What? Who fucking masturbates to find out the? You know, whatever. Continue.
So, um, I believe it's before a football game, right? I'm in marching band and I forgot my marching shoes, so I had to run back here to the apartment and grab my shoes, right? So I walk in the door, or all the lights are out, which I think is pretty weird, especially since I know that our roommate, who I'll call him Tenant A. I know that Tenant A is home. So I think it's odd that all the lights are out. I walk forward a little bit, and to my left I see Tenant A sitting on the couch with two women either side of them, and they have a blanket covering everywhere where clothes may or may not be. Blinds are shut, lights are dimmed. They got Five Nights at Freddy's going on the TV. I'm not 100% sure if they were doing stuff or not, but it really looks like it. So I walk in and they're just like, hey. And I'm just like, hey. And then I just quickly go to my room and grab my shoes. And they're like, we're watching Five Nights at Freddy's. And I'm just like,
While
cool.
jacking, I mean, Tenant A off.
So I just grab my shoes, I lock the door. I'm like, cool, and then I run out as fast as possible, and that was cool. And I'm almost certain that these three people have had threesomes before because Tenant A's girlfriend is very open about their sex life.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I think it's quite possible
you.
that I walked in on my roommate having a threesome in the living room.
Nice.
Oh man,
Why don't you join to make it a foursome?
you could have, man.
You
Uh,
could have missed opportunity. Right, Hunter?
But since you didn't join them, that is plus 1 point.
What? That's bullshit. All right, Alan, are you ready to give the time over to me now?
yes.
Okay. So I googled worst masturbation stories, and an article popped up. So I'm gonna start reading some stories from here because these are insane. I found one, and the title of this story, right? And there's
Mhm.
not titles like officially, so I'm just gonna basically summarize what the main part of the story is, right? So the title of this one is "Masturbation Parties."
Uh-huh.
Okay, if I
I
caught your
see.
attention,
So it's
all
like
right,
an orgy except without the sex.
I guess so. All right. So the story is being told by Kendra, who is 28. I don't know why it's specific, but it is.
Wow. Wow,
And
and
so the
giving
story
more
reads,
names. Wow.
I don't know who the. What do you mean? I don't even know the people.
It's not like it's
Okay,
on
so the
the
story
internet or
reads.
anything.
Well, oh, fuck you. Okay, so the story starts out as this. So my friend and I, we were maybe 13 or 14, used to have these elaborate masturbation parties. Not with a bunch of people or anything. It would just be us, and we'd tell each other about these elaborate, lavish fantasies, and then just, do our own thing. We were both really into theater, so one of our favorite fantasies was one where the Phantom of the Opera would swoop down from would swoop down from the ceiling, and in the kindest way possible pose sex to us.
Uh-huh.
And then of course he'd rip off his mask to reveal himself as whichever boy we were crushing on at the time. Anyway, this one time we were having one of our quote unquote parties after watching Pride and Prejudice, and we were completely overcome with Mr. Darcy. How could you not be? And so in my friend's room, we started to touch ourselves. I should also say that both her parents were super religious to the max. Her mom came home from work early that day. Suddenly, she was right outside the door, about to come in. We sprung up off the bed just as she came in, but it was super obvious that we'd been doing stuff because we were both super sweaty. We had our clothes on, thank God, but still, we just knew that she knew. But of course, it wasn't something anyone was willing to express because her family was so sex negative. That incident didn't stop us from continuing our parties. I mean, I've been masturbating since the crib. What? I
What?
used all
Wait,
furniture and
is
everything.
this a,
It's just something I've needed. What? What do you mean? Since the
is
crib?
this is this a guy or a girl?
A female.
Kendra.
Okay, so Kendra was masturbating with her girlfriends.
It doesn't explicitly say male or female. It just says age. Ish. They're around middle school to high school, basically. Like middle school to freshman year, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So, what do you think?
Wow.
We expecting that? You know,
Since the crib?
it literally says, I mean, I've been masturbating since the crib. It used to be, I used to hump furniture and everything. It's just something I've always needed. That's how it ends. That is how it ends.
Wait, what?
So
That.
is-
Wait, hold on. It just ends after I hump
So-
furniture
Just
because I
ends, and
need
then
it.
the next story starts.
So she's like a dog, I guess.
I, I, I,
But-
I don't know. You think I know? I'm just reading the articles.
Bro.
But hey, the title goes pretty well with the story because, you know, when we were in school, did you guys ever hear about anyone mentioning a masturbation part? Like this is not like a normal thing, right?
I wish.
Dude, yeah, like I don't recall ever hearing about a masturbation party.
Neither. Maybe we're just never invited.
I did hear about how a girl used to use inanimate objects like a doorknob and stuff like that as a sex toy,
Okay, I
but
haven't heard it as that far, but I've heard like they use like the handles of like hairbrushes and stuff.
I don't remember who told me that. I think it was my brother that told me that. It's like, wow,
Oh,
that's crazy.
that's something, man.
That's crazy, bro. Anyways,
Oh yeah,
um,
Alan.
yeah, Alan, what story you got cooking up in that little old head of yours?
So, this story is called. Well, that was awkward.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
this is a story that my ex told me when we were together. I'm just gonna call her Abigail.
Okay.
Okay.
So she said that she went on a date with this guy who I'm gonna call Troy. Okay, I think
Okay.
he picked her up and they went to go get like Sonic or something. And Troy was like, "So, you wanna, you know what I'm saying?" And she was like, "No." And then he said like, well, what else are we supposed to do then? That's kind of the whole reason I came here with you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay. It's
That's
get to the
really
point.
douchey.
yeah, and then they just sat silently in the car for like 30 minutes on the way home, and then they never talked to each other again.
Wow.
Uh,
Dude,
it's it's kind of like a sad one. It's kind of like, damn. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah.
yeah, like,
Can you award pity points? You know, I don't want to allow. Can you award just pity points? That's like, damn.
yeah, like, rest in peace, that guy. I'm giving Alan points for that guy's pain.
Thank you.
Like, wow.
Can I also be awarded off the pain? Because I felt sad.
Yeah, I'll give you a point, dude. For that guy's pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Alan. Actually, Hunter, since you're the host, can you explain to the audience why some of this is gonna be like cut out for legal reasons?
Yeah, so legal reasons is because these people, their names
yeah.
don't need to be plastered all over the internet. Because of certain they're not really laws, but morals that we have set
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
place.
Well, that Nick doesn't have, because
Well, yeah, that Nick doesn't, because
What?
he straight up just said. Um,
Fuck you guys.
I mean, I guess we could blur his name, like censor his name. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyways,
that's a good idea.
wait, so you're telling me that Troy, uh, sorry, so Abigail gave head to Troy, but wouldn't
No.
bang him.
Nothing happened.
I thought
Because, like,
she
nothing happened, and he was upset. It was like, well, this is the only reason why I'm here.
Yeah, just trying to use
because he
her for.
thought
But
that was gonna happen.
I thought she's given him head before though.
She's given people head before, but not Troy.
Oh,
Okay.
well, poor Troy, dude.
I know.
It is kind of crappy though that he took her out just to try to get something out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So
Uh,
so
okay.
Supreme Daddy Stalin.
Mm-hmm. I
I
got.
want to hear. I want to hear a story that is from you. Like not. Like, it doesn't have to be you personally, but like
Okay, I can
no.
think of
I don't want
one
you
that
to
I mean.
read
Okay.
one. You know?
Okay, I got one that technically it was beyond masturbating. Essentially, we got caught doing the dirty. Would you allow this?
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Okay. So this is eighth grade year, and this was me and my first girlfriend. Now this person I will
The one
not
that you
name
banged in
drop.
a church.
Yes, that one. I banged in
Okay.
the church. I banged a lot everywhere, kind of.
Watch Raven's Sex
With
Life for
her.
context, episode 4.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
go back to
link in the
four guys.
description.
Link in the description. God damn it. All right. But so yeah, it goes back to say about eighth grade,
Okay.
and we just got back from a Renaissance fair. We spent the day out there. It was kind of like hot, a little sweaty, and had a good time. Had a pretty unhealthy food, but it was pretty good. Just walking around in shops with her mom, and I think her sister was there too. And me and her, we've been dating a while, and we were pretty, sexually active. And after the whole day was done with, got back to her house, and I was like, what'd be a great finish to the day? We'd do
Sex?
it, right? Exactly.
Sexually active at eighth grade is crazy though.
Shut up. It's not my fault, okay?
It is
It
completely your
I
fault.
I blame society.
isn't it? Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna get into it.
All right. So basically, we were doing it, right?
Uh-huh.
And about probably like say pretty midway through it, right? Like I'm I'm like pretty much we're just doing like the classic position where like I'm on top of her, right? We're under the covers, but it's like, we're doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess this one time we forgot to lock the door. Her mom comes in, trying to ask us a question. At least that's what I'd assume. Comes in, she has like a bit of a smile on her face, and we both look to our I look to my left, she looks to her right. We both look at her, and her face just turns blank so fast. And I'm just on top of her, shirtless. Her daughter, who is also just tits hanging out, and me on top, her holding my neck, and both of us sweaty. Could you think of anything you could say to talk yourself out of that situation?
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I would say that I am trying to get a cramp out of her.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, that was not gonna work for me.
She
It was just I want to know, it was so awkward. 5 minutes. We all just stared at each other. Nobody said a goddamn word. And then her mom finally said something and looked at me and was, "Get the hell out of my house." And I was just like, "Yes, ma'am." And I'm just shamefully naked, putting all my clothes back on. And then I'm just like on the stairs to her house, just sitting there. And I call my dad. I'm like, "Hey, I need pickup." And he's like, "I thought you were staying like the weekend." I'm like, "Plans changed." I didn't really want to tell him, And I'm gonna leave this story. Oh, well, do you want me to continue? Because my parents were told what happened. Would you like to know the reactions?
I actually would like to know the reactions because I don't think I
Okay.
know this part.
Okay. So, my dad, he asked me what happened. I'm like, "I'll fill you in when you get here." So, like 15 minutes pass by. He arrives in the driveway. I just shamefully don't say anything. I get in the truck. Um, he He looks at me. I'm like, go talk to her. He walks up, talks to mom for like good, probably like 5-ish minutes. Comes back to the truck. Doesn't say a goddamn word. We just start driving. It's like 10 minutes in the drive. Not a word has been said between me and him. He
Oh,
hasn't
so
said
the
anything.
awkwardness is
I
there.
haven't said anything. We're just sitting there. I know that he knows, and I'm just like, this is terrible. And finally, my dad says something. He goes, Nick, what the fuck happened? And I'm just like, uh, well, we were fucking. And my basically got to get the conversation to how he's just like, I'm so disappointed in you. He was like, were you at least using protection? I was like, yeah, sorry, no, I was not, dad. No, 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 I was just gonna pull out. And my dad was even more disappointed, and it was so awkward, so awkward. And I finally got home, right?
hmm
My dad's just like, he wants to put the full weight of punishment down on me, right? Like he wants to take away all my electronics for like months on end, ground me, put me to yard work, make me a slave, do all that shit, right? My mom finds out, or my dad tells my
Uh-oh.
mom, right? Now, this is the part where I still to this day, I'm so baffled that this is what happened, right? Usually my mom is the one that's like the pissed off one, right?
Right.
In this scenario, it's reversed. She just sits down with me at the dinner table, wants to talk to me just one on one, right? And she goes, and the thing is, I lied. I told them all, yeah, that was my first time. Because I want to tell them, yeah, this is like my, I don't even know, like 100 sometime. I
Like, yeah,
lost
I'm a
count so
natural
long
at
ago.
this. I'm used to it by now.
I lost the count a long time ago. So, but I just told everyone, yeah, it was our first time ever, right? I just told them that. And so my mom thought that's what it was, my first time. And she goes, honey, I'm so sorry that's your first time. It's supposed to be something magical and yada yada. It goes on all about this, right? And then she takes me to Walmart. And I'm like, what are we doing at Walmart? She takes me, buys me condoms. And then we get home, shows me how to put one on a banana, and then gives me the rest of the box. It was like a 3-pack box. So I have like 2 condoms. And she goes, next time, wrap it before you tap it. And then leaves the room. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hell yes!
I'm like, I've never, like, I would have thought my dad would be the one to do that. But no, my mom was like, hell yeah, brother, get after it.
Rap before you tap.
That is
She dead ass said those lines.
that
I
is
shit you
bonus
not.
points.
That is amazing.
So it turned into something that was like super embarrassing for me. I'm not gonna lie, I was so embarrassed. And then it's something of like, what just happened? Like, it's it. I'm just happy that I didn't get double in trouble. One was just like supportive, and the other wasn't. And then I think it was like a couple years later. I have a pretty good friendship with my mom now, where she just tells me all we're just real with each other. And she asked me one night, I think it was like we were like in Ohio, me and her with like both kind of like drinking a little bit. We were outside like on the fire pit, and she was like, "I'll make a deal with you. You tell me some stuff, I'll tell you some stuff for real. But we'll be real with each other." I was like, "Okay," because I was like, I don't care. I graduate in like half a month, like half a year
Bro,
anyway.
that
So
sounds
it's
like a
like I'm not
deal
even.
that sounds like a deal I'd make with a girl that I'm trying to get to know better.
And then she asked me, she's like, that one time that like you were caught, right? Is that really your first time? I was like, no, mom, no, it was not my first time. And she goes, oh, how many has there been? I'm like, oh god, because she was like, how many women have you? I'm like, um,
You're over here
I
like,
was
let's
like, oh,
see.
Just give her the link to
I,
Raven's sex life.
okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think I know roughly-ish kind of like how many bodies I have. Like the amount of times like I've done sex in general.
Oh, it's impossible
I
for you to
think I'm
know.
in the hundreds. I'm like I've done it over 100 times. I'm confident. Cause like the first girlfriend, we did that every weekend. And when I'd spend the weekend there, because that's usually what we did, right? I'd spend the week in our house, and we'd do it like multiple times a day. Like I found my limit, at least when I was 13 or 14, was 7 was the max I could do in a day with her.
Yeah, Nick's just
Before I'm
trying
like,
to.
I'm just dead.
Nick was just trying to make sure he doesn't get testicular cancer.
Blue balls, man. It's a death trap. All right, but did I get bonus points?
You did get bonus points.
Yeah. All right,
Wow.
Alan.
I can't believe you opened up to your mother like that, bro.
I don't give a fuck anymore. I really don't.
So did you tell
We're
her
all
how many
adults.
people you've been with?
I told her it was like below double digit.
Oh, so you lied to her.
Now
Cool.
now it is. I think, yeah. Being in
Now it's like
Washington, yeah,
what,
now it has.
13, 14?
No, it's probably like 11. I don't know. I honestly,
Oh,
I don't even know. It's something like that.
oh.
But anyways, I will give over my time to Alan now.
Do you yield your time?
I yield it to Alan.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, as you may or may not know, I am a child of God. I have never had sex. But,
Plus 3 points.
thank you.
Actually,
But,
minus points, actually.
but I can look up stories of people that have had sex. So, first of all, before I read the story, I'd like to say on this website there's a related questions tab. And one of the questions,
Wh-
God, where was it? Wait, one of these was. Oh yeah, one of the related questions is, can we see a picture of what your ass looks like after it has been fucked?
What? What?
This is just on Quora, by the way. This isn't a porn website.
Who is wanting to
Did
know
they
that?
show a picture?
I'm not clicking on that.
You should click on it and then send the picture or
Alan, you should
upload the picture to
do
our
it this way.
website.
No, I'm a pass on that one, Chief.
No, come on, bro.
I don't want it to
But
get
bro,
taken down.
how much bonus points would you give him to do it?
Send the link.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here, I'm just
Wait a
gonna.
minute.
I'll give you 4 bonus points if you send the link.
Okay, fine.
What?
Here,
Hey,
here.
no, you sent what?
Here, it's in general.
All right,
What
I'm a man of my word.
What is that picture?
All right, visit site. Okay. So this question does not have any answers yet. In the meantime, we have included some related questions and answers below. Well, Alan just got 4 free bonus points for something that doesn't even have an answer to
Damn.
it. Wow. All right.
God damn it.
Hi everyone, this is Editing Alan here. In hindsight, the story that I read, it is quite literally just porn. So, I'm going to do some heavy censoring here, but I'm going to keep the story in, so hopefully you can still get the general gist without the video being completely destroyed by the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so this story is by an absolute Chad named Eric, who is also self-employed, by the way.
Self-employed, so doesn't have a job.
Yeah,
Cool.
from 2016 to present. So I'm gonna just read you the story exactly how it was written. This story
Okay.
is called "Same Time Tomorrow."
What?
Okay.
Okay, so I was at a resort with a handful of my friends. There was a pool and a hot tub outside, right next to the bar. It looked very inviting, so I got myself a cocktail and proceeded to the hot tub. After being in the hot tub for about 3 hours, this really hot number came walking by, about 5'3" and 34 double D boobs. She was wearing a tiny bikini with ties on the side of her hips, round her neck, and in back. Just imagine how easy it was for her to take it off. This is word for word, by the way. She asked if she could join me, and of course I said sure. As she got in, I got a great look at her beautiful tits. She saw all that and smiled. I could feel my cock coming to life. Soon some of my friends joined in, and this made the tub almost full. So this hot babe asked if she could sit on my lap to make more room. Of course, I said sure. As she sat down, I'm sure her beautiful could feel my cock. She wiggled her ass and turned around and smiled at me. Now the tub was bubbling big time, so nobody could see what went on underwater. And I felt her hand grab my through my trunks. She
Wow.
had me rock hard in seconds. Suddenly, I saw her bikini bottoms float to the surface. I grabbed them and put them underwater. She turned and whispered to me, "Take off your trunks." She lifted up off my lap for a second and I slid my shorts off. As she sat back down, I felt my cock between her legs. She leaned forward slightly and I soon felt the head of my cock in her. She leaned back, it slid into her. She let out a soft moan and began to bounce on my cock. I reached for the strings on her top and pulled, then and began to fondle her beautiful big. Amazingly, nobody could tell that we were.
Bull crap.
You couldn't see
Bull
underwater.
crap.
After about 10 minutes of this, my friends started to get it out to go to the bar, and one of them leaned over and whispered to me, "You're good." I smiled. She turned around to me and said, "How about doggy style?" She got up, turned around, and bent over. So he got up behind. Wait, so I got up behind her and slid my and then started to pound her. She loved it. This went on for another 15 minutes or so till I felt her body shaking. This made me come big time. We both sat back down. We kissed for a bit, and she said, "Same time tomorrow?"
Wow.
It's a loaded story.
Dude, that was just straight up porn.
I know.
Wow. Can't relate.
Yeah, me neither. Nick?
Nick,
Yes.
you good, bro?
So yeah. So
Were you jerking
like-
off to my story?
no. So question: since the story was mostly about sex, the whole point of the topic, right, is about masturbation specifically, and he didn't really ask for an exemption from my knowledge, right? So I mean, it feels like some points can't really be awarded.
She-
It's like
but
mainly
No,
sex.
listen.
There was masturbation in that
There
story.
was.
She stroked his cock under
But-
the water.
Yeah, I remember that part pretty well.
And that was in the story, so it went along with it.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand the parameters.
Yeah.
of all this, right? Okay.
Nick, have
I'm
you ever
ready
had
for
hot
that,
tub
though.
sex?
Sadly, no, but other people have had sex in my hot tub.
Duh.
I'm aware.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. But, Alan, are you willing to yield your time to me?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, you can go on.
okay. Okay, no. Go ahead.
No, I don't have anything yet. Go on.
The title of this one is A Fucking Knife.
Wait, what?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is this a personal or like a?
Nope, it's not me. Not anyone I know.
So
Thank
it's a story
God.
online.
Yes.
Okay.
So, this story was made by FapFap Throwaway 5573 if you want to look him up on Reddit.
I don't.
Yeah, we just gave him a shout out. You're welcome, Bo. All right. So, one time, my grandma was staying at my house in the downstairs bedroom. My room is upstairs, and the first one at the top of the stairs. I had no lights or anything. This was before I discovered porn, FYI, and I was doing the deed. Well, my door creaks open, but for some reason, I didn't think any of it. I thought I saw a figure, but then then it was my imagination. Well, I keep doing the deed. Someone shuffles in slowly and walking around my room. I realize what is happening and I stop only to look closer at a figure and she is holding a fucking knife. I just stay still, and she leaves the same way she came out. But holy shit, it was weird. This is after mark that he made. Uh, I was masturbating in a dark room when my schizophrenic grandmother walks in with a knife, makes a circle in the room, and then walks out.
Oh my gosh.
I, um, I'm not gonna lie, I would be pretty terrified, and I would never want to see my grandma again.
I would never want to
Oh
masturbate again.
my gosh.
I mean, I would think like this is like God at work here, and he's about to cut my dick off for being sinful.
Wow.
You know, speaking of masturbation turning into a horror movie, I
Oh,
have another
Wait.
story involving horror as well.
Personal experience?
No,
Oh, okay.
nothing from this point on is going to be personal because I gave you all that I have.
Bro, you're telling me you've never had a personal masturbation experience gone wrong?
Honestly, no. Because I'm
Have I?
just because I'm smart. Because
Oh
I'm
no,
not an
because I don't
idiot.
masturbate.
Yeah, sure.
I don't masturbate. Nick is the most experienced with all of this.
Thanks for reminding me.
He has probably fingered more girls than we can ever imagine.
I'm not as good as my team leader. He's apparently known as the Pussy Master. That's a story for another day.
All right, Alan, the floor is yours.
Okay. So, reading this is from the point of view of a woman. My boyfriend at the
Okay,
time
that's-
and I.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Wait, women get horny?
Yes,
Continue.
actually. They don't just do it to please you, apparently. My boyfriend at the time and I were having phone sex. This was when I still lived with my dad, and I started getting handy with my tatas. When I felt something move under my shirt,
What?
I cringed and calmly hung up the phone, sat upright, I lifted up my shirt, and I saw a tarantula perched on my boobs.
Oh hell no!
How did a freaking tarantula
Wait, yeah, wait,
get
yeah,
under her
is she in
shirt?
Australia or
I
some
don't know.
shit?
Oh wait, there's more. I screamed bloody murder. What the? Hold on. An ad just covered up literally the entire page.
You should get it, man. It must be important.
Where is it? Oh god. No, I've got this. Here it is. I screamed bloody murder and woke up my dad, to which he stormed into the room to find me in my underwear screaming with a tarantula on my tits. To this day, I have no idea how the tarantula got there.
That's
That
terrible.
is awkward for the dad.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine that from like if it was roles reversed. You know, you just jacking one off, right? And you just feel something furry down there. It's not supposed to be there. And you look,
Oh
and
god.
it's just a tarantula on your balls.
Oh my god.
And then your mom walks in.
Your mom walks in. Oh no, that
That's
I
terrible.
think I'll just end my life at that point. I mean, what's there more to live for? I got a tarantula on my dick. My mom's came in. I have a hard on with a spider on my balls. What's the point of life anymore? Let's be real here.
I mean, that is a solid point. Like, your mom just seeing your erect penis.
Uh
The tarantula is making itself at home
huh.
on that penis. That
know-
would suck.
Let's ask Alan what he would do. By the way, audience, Alan does have an arachnophobia.
I do not.
And an erection.
I have entomophobia. I'm scared of all insects. So you know what
Well-
I would do?
Spiders are considered arachnids, but okay.
So you know what I would
Okay,
do?
that is definitely a -1 for nerding out there. Even though I would have
Fuck you.
corrected him the same.
Fuck you.
I would slap it off and stomp on it. Because when I see a
And then-
bug, my mind goes into tunnel vision, and all I can see is kill it.
And then he would
Go into
masturbate
rage
with his
mode and
guts.
just kill.
I go into kill
Alan
mode.
would-
There is no when you have your fight or flight, there is no flight. It's just kill,
Yeah.
kill, kill.
Yeah.
And then Alan would jerk off using the guts of the spider.
No, he would come onto the spider. All right.
+1 for coming on the spider, Alan.
Dude, wait,
Thank.
God damn
Okay.
it.
This. Okay. Is
I
a
made the
question,
joke.
Hunter?
Yeah, bro.
Is this rigged?
No, it's not.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I don't. I feel fair. You know, fair is fair.
All right, Nick, tell me your next story.
Okay. Wait. Fuck. I lost it. Wait. Wait. Here it is. This one would be terrible. So the title of this one, I don't even need to create. It's kind of self-explanatory what the person made as the title, right?
Okay.
A piping hot cucumber fleshlight,
What?
right?
What?
What?
We yeah. It can only be down from here from the voice title, right? It can only go down.
I hope so. Or I hope not.
This story isn't quite as funny as some of yours, but one time when I was about 12 or 13, I had a sweet idea of taking the seeds out of the cucumber, putting it in a microwave, and humping it. You know,
What?
everyone's done that, right?
Wait,
You guys
wait.
done that.
Wait. How? Hump what? The microwave?
Or the seeds, like.
No, the cucumber. He like hollows it out and then uses that.
Oh, oh.
I was super excited about my new cucumber fleshlight. I started humping, but instead of pleasure, I felt burning. I put the cucumber in the microwave for way too long. I had blisters up and down my dick for days.
Oh.
They were excruciating. And it was even worse when they started to peel.
Oh my
Let me
gosh.
tell ya, gym class was a new level of hell for me. And that's where it ends.
Oh gosh.
That's a horror story. That's a horror story.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I can't even imagine getting blisters up and down it. I can't.
Good thing you don't have to.
Yeah, luckily that guy had the experience for us.
No, I mean,
Nope.
I have contacted your roommate and he's going to
Wait, what?
put a piping hot cucumber on your penis.
While you were
Well.
asleep.
You know what they say. It is what it is.
That's life.
That's life, yep.
Don't you hate when your roommate just comes at you with a pipe and a cucumber and flips your dick in it? Happens to the best of us. Alright.
I have never
you-
thought about turning a cucumber into a fleshlight.
I have not either.
I've heard of people
this-
trying to do it with banana peels.
What?
I've heard about that.
I have not heard about that. But how the banana peel where you've split it down though? Like it's like you can't really use it once you peeled it open,
Oh,
right? I mean like
I think you
it
just
wouldn't
like
be the same.
I think you just lop off the end
Right?
and then somehow get the banana out while keeping the peel together.
I don't know. Can one of you fuck a banana peel and tell me if it is good? I can't really try.
Yeah, Alan
employee
will
of the
once we
government, so
get
it's
it.
kinda wrong for
Yeah.
me to do it.
We're out of bananas, but once we get more, I'll try it and I'll tell you how it goes.
Uh-oh. I have this. One of you does the banana, the other gets a piping hot cucumber, and you both come back to
Dibs on
results.
banana.
I'll do the cucumber.
Oh. You know what? I thank you for your service to manhood.
Yeah. It's not like I'm gonna use it anyways.
Ooh. All right. You know what? All right. Get some Vaseline beforehand. All right. But Alan, do you have any more stories?
Lather my penis in Vaseline before I stick it into a piping hot
Oh
banana.
God. So this story is called When Grandma Thought She Found Her Granddaughter's Toy.
What?
I used to keep a bullet vibrator and a box of makeup wipes on top of my right stand.
Same.
What? Uh,
Anyways, keep
not
going.
gonna ask. My mom came to visit, and while I was cooking her dinner, she went to use the bathroom inside my bedroom and found my 2-year-old following her. She thought my wipes were baby wipes, and she went to help my 2-year-old wipe herself with one of them. She found my vibrator and apparently thought it was one of my daughter's toys and handed it to her. I took it away from her swiftly after she came out playing with it. Then my mom asked why I would take her toy away. I told her it was not my toy, not even my daughter's. My mom didn't know what a bullet was. I then had to have an extremely awkward conversation about sex toys with my mother because she was curious and intrigued, and the story ends there.
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh, it's not what you want to see.
Well, luckily we're not seeing it.
Right.
Do you want to see it? There's a picture here.
No,
I'm kidding.
I'm good.
Speaking of sex toys,
Mm-hmm.
I do have a story involving that with
What?
Ooh.
an assailant that Alan knows.
Oh, I have this story too. Completely forgot about this
What?
one.
All
Is
right,
this
I
a story
won't
I've never
tell
heard?
it just in case it is the same story as you.
Okay.
I'll tell the story at the end if it's not the same story as you.
Okay.
Um, all right, Supreme Daddy Stalin. Oh, sorry,
Okay.
Nick.
It, oh, yeah, man. Okay. Okay. So, this one isn't a super long story, right?
Okay.
But it's pretty bad. So this one is why you should when the cat thought it was a game.
What?
Hmm?
So that's yep. And this is where the
Is
story
that the
starts.
story? Is that the story, Nick?
No. Some background. My parents play this game with our cats where they move under our feet, under the bed, and our cats chase and play with them. Well, long story short, while I was doing my business under the cover, my cat came into the room and thought it was something to play with. It was not fun. When because the cat pounced on what he thought was a toy was actually my dick and oh, dug his claws into it, and for over a week I could not masturbate because the cat had cut up my penis.
Oh, no.
Uh,
No.
nope. I think I would punt that cat. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Alan, your turn, man.
Okay, this story is called I Want Two Things for My Birthday.
Wait. Oh, I know where the story's going.
So, me and Hunter were in marching band together, and one of
Mhm.
our friends' birthday was coming up. This person was a woman, by the way. Asked her what she wanted for her birthday. She
Oh
said
no.
she said
Oh no, I know
I
it.
I want two things. I want food and dick. And Hunter said, "Well, I can get you one of those, and it's not food."
I did
What?
in fact say that.
He did
I
say that.
did in fact say that.
My
So
man.
at some point in the next week, we were at Opera Mills, the mall in Nashville,
Well, I was with y'all, right?
Yeah, you're with us.
and we decided to go to Spencer's, and me and Hunter were talking. We're like, "What if we got her a dildo?" Because she said she wanted it. So we went in there. I think Hunter sent a picture of the dildo selection to her, and she picked out one, not thinking that we were actually gonna buy it. And I then took that dildo and bought it, and I took it home. I wrapped it up and gave it to her as a present the next day.
Yep,
And now she has a
And
dildo which she named Del Monte.
that is true.
and we do in fact have evidence of it being used to a picture. Not that she showed us using it, but you can clearly see the residue on it.
What?
Yeah, and she
Yeah, I
wait,
pointed
where
this
did
out
that
to you
picture
guys.
go?
Wait,
Do we
I
still have
pointed
that
this out
picture?
to you
there was a
guys.
picture of it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
I
picture of
remember
the
Hunter
vibrator,
showed me,
remember?
and then I
No,
told him like, Hunter, you see those white marks on there, right?
I never got
I'm
that.
like, yeah.
Do we? I don't think we have that picture anymore.
I just asked for it again, bro.
Yeah, I'll just ask her for. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can put it on the
What could go
website.
wrong? Blur her face.
I'll look for the picture. So, Alan, or not Alan, Nick, I'm gonna give you one last story, okay?
Oh no.
This one better be a good one,
Um.
because this one depends on everything.
Okay. I'm just scrolling. I'm gonna pick. You know, I'm gonna leave it up to fate. I'm gonna keep scrolling, and then whatever story it leaves
No,
on.
no,
That's the one
no,
I thought.
no, no. Nick, don't leave it up to fate.
Nope. I've already left it up to fate. I
No, no, no,
found
no,
one.
no, 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 no.
It's too late. I'm
Use
here.
a
We're doing it.
personal
Personal.
story. Personal.
I kind of used
This
up
is
the
how
personal one earlier.
you will
Hunter, how
get
many
awarded.
masturbation stories do you think we have? Have you
I
ever
think-
considered that
Oh,
we are
I-
just normal and we don't get caught?
No, I don't think that. I think that
Oh,
Nick has been caught more times than anyone I have ever met.
What kind of monster do you think I am?
I think you are the horny monster.
What about the hormone monster?
Like Alan, I understand doesn't have that many stories, right? Because this man,
Child of God.
yeah, too good for women, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't stroke his meat.
I'm a
Oh,
child of
oh,
God.
yeah.
Um, and is basically killing it in life. Okay. He doesn't have time to masturbate.
I,
But you,
in
Nick,
fact, don't. I can attest to that.
have plenty of time to spank that little stick. I will give you an opportunity to think about your story, Nick, okay? Hold on. I'll let you think about
Okay.
it while I tell the story that uh actually was not the same as Alan's.
Oh, really? Huh.
It was not. So, it was a Saturday at winter guard practice, okay? We'll call this guy Troy. Troy and his girlfriend, we'll call her Abigail, weren't with the guard, but were helping out with the guard, okay? We were on break. I think it was a 15-minute break. And Abigail's friend, we'll call her Abigail as well,
This is
was
not going to
looking
get
through
confusing.
Okay.
was looking through
Okay.
Troy's he had a medical bag, okay? Why she was looking through it? No idea. Well, as she was digging through it, she stumbles upon a bullet.
Mm.
As soon as she grabs it, she throws it back in the bag and basically shoves it towards Troy. And Troy immediately turns ghost white and speed walks to the cafeteria because he had a bullet on school grounds and he was just basically exposed to the entire guard. And calls Abigail because it just dawned on me Abigail was not in the building. Okay, Abigail was actually getting lunch for Troy, and he calls Abigail and tells her what was going on. And Abigail too learned not to dig through somebody's bag because she may touch a vibrator, or sorry, a bullet that has been used by her best friend, um, which must have been really awkward because obviously there's probably, juices on that.
You.
I've
Yeah.
never heard this story before.
Um, could you assume who
Name drop it,
Alan?
Hunter.
I know who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
I've never heard this before.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. It's kind of funny though,
Huh.
because Abigail and Abigail's very religious friend Abigail,
Very judgmental.
the entire time Abigail and Troy were dating, thought that they've never had sex and all that, and they've had sex several times.
Ooh.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you do in relationships usually.
Man,
No.
looks like somebody's not daddy's little girl anymore.
Sex is a sin.
Yeah, well, most people don't care.
Luckily, I'm a child of God and uphold all of the values of the Bible.
Oh yeah, me too, 100%.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? Anyways, I think it's time to wrap it up. What's the score and points at now, Hunter? Did you award yourself some points for your story?
No. So, Nick, you don't have a final story to see if you could bring this thing home?
Sadly, I do not have a personal masturbation story of it being embarrassing or bad.
Well,
in
it
any
doesn't
way.
have to be you. It could be about somebody else, bro.
I already did my other one about someone
Okay.
else.
Again,
People-
how
my
many
friends don't
people?
usually talk to me about their masturbation
There's
stories?
one that I was really hoping you were gonna say, bro, and you just didn't. But
Which
I
one?
guess nope.
What one?
It's too late, bro. It's too
No,
late.
tell me. I don't even care if I get points for it. I'm just curious. What one? Because I've honestly been thinking hard.
The Troy and Abigail incident.
What do you mean? Now just blow out these names. What? What? Who? Oh, that one.
That one.
man.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
all right.
you're
I don't
stupid.
care if I get points. Oh, I made fun of him for so long. I gotta bring that up again.
Yeah, it's since I had to remind you. Since I had to remind you of it, it's not going to award any points, so it doesn't really
And-
matter, bro.
And sadly, we've got to wrap this up anyways.
We do got to wrap it up. So I've already calculated the total.
I will say the story.
No, Nick, you won't.
No, we're
If
wrapping
you do
it up,
we'll
Nick.
get
Sorry.
cut out.
Fuck you.
So,
Save it for another time.
Fine, I'll make a small talk for next episode.
okay. Who wants to know their score first?
Alan.
Nick does.
All right, Alan. Your score was a whopping 30 points.
What the fuck?
All right.
Okay.
Alright.
And Nick's score
Yeah.
was a whopping 31.
Yo.
I thought it was rigged.
I told you it wasn't rigged.
I'm kind of happy because I don't want to have to come up for a topic for next episode.
It was 31, Nick.
Well, okay, were you actually genuinely tallying up the whole time?
Oh yeah, I
It
was.
Like, it was actually close.
Yeah, it was a really close race.
Damn.
Hell yeah. Did my personal story with me getting very embarrassed about sex, my mom being
I
a
would
real
say
one.
that is what pushed it. Alan's tarantula boob story was
I added on. I should I piggyback off points from that shit. I was the one that brought up what about the balls?
yeah, but I was holding a little bit of resentment from the a couple episodes ago where you never awarded me piggyback points. So, but hey, you won.
Fuck you.
You won, bro.
You know what?
That's what matters.
I declare, our next episode, Hunter will start off with -1 point.
Gosh, friggin' dang it.
But,
Already rigged.
but ladies and gentlemen, this was Impressionable with yours true and only, Nick, Hunter, and Alan. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye. Podcast out.